Like there's more of them on the pitch right now.
Yeah. And right now, Vitality's style, where they want to swarm and be very awkward, is not working, but the speed finally works its way through. The assist is from Zen. Enough speed to take it away from Chronic, then the second right past Diaz's nose.
Just as I say, look how many players Space Station Gaming have on the pitch. There's no one home in net. Little cast a curse to get Vitality on the board. 2:53 left, still plenty of time. Just surprising that Vitality didn't look quite as ready in the first couple of minutes, considering they had already played. But here we go again, double 50 coming through, double save. Nice work.
And a big point for Vitality is how do Stizzy and Exotic end up playing together? They're two teammates that have only just come together right at the start of this season. And Exotic's definitely had those moments where we've not necessarily enjoyed his positioning too much, neither has his teammates. In the last game, it felt like they got it worked out. This one, that's not been the problem for them. So a good point for Vitality. They've just got a different issue at the moment.
Now, I saw someone on social media as well saying he just needs to bind directional air roll, and that'll fix all his problems. So if he needs any help, look, that pitch just in. It's on the post, follow-up shot on net. Not quick enough. Space Station still showing how threatening that can be, even in the other end of the pitch. Vitality showing how threatening that can be, bumping them off the pitch, as that shot isn't even landing on net.
That's a clever pass there from Exotic. He forces the defender to jump. Unfortunately for him and for Vitality, there was no one there to get the rebound. Reveal, only man to it, pumps it back towards Vitality. Exotic with a catch, gets challenged. As he sends it towards Zen. Backboard down, no one will get contact until it lands midfield from Diaz on target. It's a long shot, and it's an accurate one. The sniper from Reveal.
Yeah, well, I guess they thought minute 45 wasn't enough time. They went for it. Stizzy getting dusted by your man Diaz in net, showing the defensive prowess. Reveal the clean-up, open net end-to-end, 4-1. Probably game one.
Yeah, I mean, 100 seconds with 3 goals. By no means impossible, but certainly a tall order. Zen from the backboard wants to try and make a little bit of magic happen here. Does challenge with Diaz. We've seen the 50s going pretty much in favor of Space Station every time, with the odd exception, and then it's the last man there. Gets dusted by Diaz again, and I appreciate Vitality need to send it, but you can be more measured in your response. These demos will be opening up SSG's backside.
Yeah, well, they definitely do have to send it, because it is only a best of 5 as well. There's not really the one-game warm-up in a BO5. And certainly helped Redacted in the previous series, just looking fantastic. Don't have to worry about those Game 4 woes that I saw last season. Here we go, minute left, still need 3, still time on the clock, but Space Station just keeping the ball out of harm's way, keeping the ball in this blue half would be absolutely luxurious for them right now, but Reveal just wants to pass it backwards. He might have assisted a second goal. He's just creaked that door open.
And you know what? Initially, I actually didn't hate this touch from Reveal. The issue is that Chronic isn't there to then get that clear away. It's not Chronic's fault. He doesn't anticipate it. But Reveal needs to know that Chronic is behind him to take it away. He gets it from Vitality, but then just gives it straight back to them. If anything, caught it too well.
I suppose any touch is good if your teammate's there, but unfortunately, there was just
depends who your teammate is, mate.
No one there. If only. It's 45 seconds. Can Vitality? It looks like they've woken up. There's one more chance. Another 1-on-1 low 50. Beautiful save. save from Diaz. Second time we've seen him come up clutch.
And that was also Zen shooting low. The play that he should have gone for sure, because Diaz went for the in and out save. He's going to be positioned high in the net. In the end, it's lovely from Diaz, keeps their lead. Zen, cross-top target. Chronic to clear, and Chronic for me was the man yesterday and is continuing that trend right.
Just settle down. Vitality had all the pressure. First minute 45 of game 2. Nice demo though. We'll open it up. Here is Zan, uses it for the if he rips it on net. It's just too powerful.
Even if you know he's about to must-see this, it's so hard to read. He can angle and take it to a top corner. Instead he goes heart of the net. Diaz gets a touch. Credit to him. He has to dive within 0.1 of a second of Zen making contact. Vitality, they earn themselves a lead.
I just love when Zen gets a reset early in the air dribble, and then he just looks at the opponent and says, where do you want it? And waits for the challenge, waits for the commit. And in the end, just too much time to set up that musty foot. Huge play from Zen. First goal is exactly what they need. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Here is Diaz, just popping it up. A man who has scored the only goal this game too, trying to clear the ball, but Space Station are still like they don't seem too bothered when they are conceded upon. They're trying to get to work here.
A very proactive team at Space Station Gaming. We saw it at the end of the first one. They were making sure that they continue to attack no matter what ended up befalling their defence. Instead of that with 100, but a very quick challenge from Reveal. And look at how closely positioned Diaz, this shadow, is.
Reset, Stizzy over the top actually instead. Diaz has 100 boost. We want to try and get back to this. Zen goes early just to avoid the bump. Can he get himself with the last man? He gets around everyone. 1v2, doing everything. And that's his second.
Looking a little bit like older Vitality here. Not initial Vitality, but the reset's taking a low one. Then into the bottom corner. Beats out 2 players. And I do want to see Stizzy and Exotic getting more involved, because that's when Vitality really peak.
And this is the problem. Every now and then when you're playing Vitality, you just get a Zen legacy game. We're seeing it right here. 2 individual goals from this man. He's looking for more. Reset. He's just got a bit of aura about him at the moment. Space Station floundering in defense when he's on the ball. Diaz is able to fake one. Here is Zen. Can he find a pass? Has a 50 left. He knows Exotic's there. He doesn't find the boost though. Beautiful touch from Stizzy. Just keeping the pace up. Keeping Space Station pinned with a minute 45 on the clock.
This 2-minute mark now and 100 seconds remaining towards that right-hand wall. Zen skims it, reckons he's talk. No thank you, says SSG, and they will be defending it away. But Stizzy, the instant dive in, Chronic intelligently back central, and it really is, again, wonderful defense. Aggressive play, in fact, towards the other side of the pitch.
Here is Diaz. Oh, there's some nice bumps. Beautiful fake from him as well as Stizzy had to reach for that one. Still a little reset. Still low boost. Zen wanted in. So did Reveal. 2 members of Vitality in the corner. It looks awkward. They're not quite set up for this play. Zen just keeping it close, keeping it slow with a minute left. Just need to kill time now. Not overcommit. I'd like to see some demos come through for Space Station here.
You need to break this wall at the back. Only 60 seconds remaining. We're seeing Vitality start to galvanise somewhat. Looking a lot stronger than they did previously. Nicely central, and Reveal is going to be diving in. Exotic with no boost and a miss. Space Station, unfortunately for them, they do not take that signal as a chance for them to move in play. With great contact and great catch. But you see the pressure now starting to build. The Space Station Gaming see their time ticking away.
Yeah, only 20 seconds. In the wrong end too. Here is Reveal. Zen challenging. Just wants to keep Space Station pinned. Off the ceiling with a nice pitch as Diaz back in time he is, but he has no boost. He has lost the ball. Reveal. Rips it up. Reset. He's gone low. One last chance for Space Station. Stizzy just shuts the door on that and throws it on net. Has missed. Hang on. Wait a second. Diaz beats one. Chronic's underneath. The pop down's enough. Vitality tied up.
It's a delicate little touch. It was a good attempt at a joint towards the death of that game, and Vitality level it back up. But CJ a lot closer than the absolute shellacking the Space Station gave Vitality in game number 1.
That was much better. Much better for Vitality, and sometimes you just need, as I mentioned, a Zen legacy game. He just took that game 2 by the scruff of its neck. 2 goals to him and an MVP performance. 2 saves as well. The only goals and the only saves on the team unassisted, as you can see on the scoreboard right there.
Yeah, I think Space Station Gaming, they had, again, a similar play style. It just didn't quite break through Vitality as much as they would have wanted compared to that first game. But as I was saying, it felt like it was more Zen doing Zen stuff, which is when they do end up not getting their best results. I need to see more from Exotic and Stizzy. I don't like the no assists.
You'd think he can't do it 2-3 games in a row even, but it is a best of 5. But I do believe that we have Zen's #1 fan, his #1 supporter, and our special comments expert joining alongside us right now, just to tell us how good Zen is.
Hello, mate.
Listen, fellas, I just want to let y'all know there's a difference between 6 foot and 5'11".
Bates is standing between us the entire time, by the way.
What's 5'2" then? Well, is that good?
I think it's about there, mate.
No, this is way too well. Listen, fellas, listen, I just want to serve up for all the short kings of the world.
Get out of here. Yeah, wait, you got any special comments? You done? You nothing? Nothing from you?
I'm out of here.
Okay, that's it.
Nice of you to join us, mate. See you in a bit.
Not too happy with Zen's game 2. Wants to see Space Station back on top. Wants Johnny Boy to keep gloating about EU to give some bad luck to the Europeans. There's a shot off the rip. Game 3, not to be. 10 seconds in. I like the pass, though. Out of transition from Space Station. Just getting squandered, getting shut down too early.
Oh, great play, though, from Diaz. Caesar ends up diving in, but Diaz really made that horrible for Vitality. Bumping off the backboard and a complete miss. Zen shoots this straight into the flying defender who just needed to get a body in the way.
Nice block coming through. Stizzy, top right. It's not on. That crossbar has just... Jeez, it's had a workout. Here's Zen. Back corner. Has had his boost stolen. Like the play from Space Station. They're just trying to bait them in a little bit defensively. Which can get to work.
Yeah, perfect example of that as well. Slowing down the play. Just right now, they're not really able to work out of their own half. But I like the idea to try and control the pace of this game. Vitality, they want to play fast and rapid. They want to bamboozle you. Good pinch towards the ceiling. It took Vitality a second to get there, but they do become the benefactors of this ball. Chronic completely dusts Exotic to that one, but doesn't really do too much with it. And Zen can continue on the warpath.
This feels a little harder right now for Space Station to play the game they want to play when the passes are coming in off the bar. What a pop coming through. Was that reveal underneath? Here is Zen. Reset. One more. He's dropping it down. They're looking for the close passes. They're playing so high up, but it's left them completely wide open down the other end. What are you doing, Vitality?
It's that full court dribble from Diaz in the corner. Stizzy is so far up. It can work if you have the ability to get back quickly. And he absolutely did not. Brilliant play. The outpace from that one man. And 1 minute 30, an SSG lead. This is how game 1 started, and they score 5 more.
That's shades of ninjas in pajamas from the last game. They're frustrated. They're overcommitting. They're just sitting too high and perhaps thinking they should be winning this. They're the better team, Vitality, at least in their own minds. You can see that with Stizzy. He's just way too aggressive. He wasn't respecting the defense of Space Station Gaming, which so far, at least in game 1 in particular, was absolutely fantastic. And I've cursed him again because they've given him a freebie.
I think both teams have pushed up so far that if you can get a convincing play on target, and if your third man just has a little dive in, then you may well find yourselves 1 goal the better. Exotic. It's good vision from here, and just 30 seconds later, you got your head in your hands. What happened?
It's just got to be frustrating for Xperia. You get a free goal from Vitality, as it looks like we're going to get a pause here. Diaz is not moving, unless it's a new strategy I haven't seen yet. We do
the AF kickoff?
AF kickoff wouldn't be bad, but, well, we haven't seen that in a while since the GK boys decided to do it.
I mean, this is going to be a nice little free timeout. Vitality here, going completely level. But I do think Vitality need it more, you know.
It's a tough one here because that one win for Vitality was Zen Ball. And then Space Station Gaming's win, it looked like they were playing the team year game. They played the defense, they prioritised that, but yeah, now we get a chance to reset. 2 freebies for either side here. 1-1, still 3 minutes left here when we do restart in game 3. Just time for the coaches to settle things down a little bit. It's a bit hectic. It's not clean from either side.
Yeah, it's a good chance to have a chat, and I think that Vitality, they will welcome it maybe a little bit more than Space Station Gaming, despite the fact that Vitality won that last game. I think SSG do have more of a grip on this one. They just, I think, quite lazily let that 1 goal go when they had too hard of a commit in the Vitality half. Just making sure that all players are happy and connected before we get back into this, so we can make sure that we are playing as much Rocket League today as we possibly can.
Yeah, more rock is great rock. We're having a good time, which is the main thing, and I think we've got another special... Do we have another special comments coming in soon, maybe? I think
special comments?
I think we have some special experts coming in, but I think we're getting back into game. Are we? Oh,
we are.
We're getting straight back into game. I'll tell you what, the caster booth is filling up. People want to get involved, so we'll see if we can...
People are hanging out over here. It's great.
I'm pretty sure T-Bates wants to let us know how good Zen is again, so we'll have to get him back in. That'll be good to see, but here we go. Resuming game 3. 3 minutes left. 1-1. 2 open nets, 2 end-to-end open nets.
I think also we're going to be seeing that with both of these teams, I think that the coach talk won't have been particularly revolutionary. It will just be, boys, let's just settle. Let's get back to where we were. Let's not change the game by any means. Let's just be us. But it's a nice reminder mid-game.
Stizzy does have load boost if you want to reset. He might have faked him out. Diaz underneath does well. reinforces the space station defense. Nice double from Chronic. Can he find one more if he can get a bump as well? Zen realizes the danger, helps out.
Yeah, Stizzy, he jumps, sees the Chronic's diving across, and Zen calls him off and himself onto the ball. I love that play. Great heads up from the man. Chronic is going to be getting the pass midfield, straight to Diaz, straight to the top corner.
You can see the pop-off in the player cams as well. It's beautiful. He faked the extra touch. And instead of Diaz waiting for the pass, he just joined him. He met him at the drop zone of the ball, completely faking him out. He could see that looking across the Chronic. The chemistry's there from the new team.
The chemistry is wonderful with Space Station Gaming right now. This time, the other way around. Diaz gets the initial kickoff, ends up going just past it to lose it to the back left position, and Chronic with an incredibly close, trusted cheat. 2 goals clear now for SSG.
I'm now wondering whether Diaz was hyping up Chronic or planning the kickoff strat for that very kickoff. 2 goals assisted for the new duo, the dynamic duo of Space Station Chronic Diaz. Reveal able to just lock it down the other end, but can they lock it down when Zen has a free backboard? Doesn't get the drop. It's a beautiful clearance instead, and it's wide open. Vitality do not have a defense.
Who was the third man that dived in here? Because Zen fakes it out. Stizzy is, regardless of the bump, he's too far up.
He's way too far up.
Reveal scores Stizzy in his own net, and then it's just a nice little dribble down the other end for Diaz. That was, again, frankly, horrible positioning from Stizzy.
It's hard to hit the ball into the net when you're already in the net yourself, which is, I think, something he's got to figure out.
He's
Another
not got the plunger power up. He can't pull it in after him.
Oh, that's 5! It's game 1, rinse and repeat.
It has been 3 goals back-to-back-to-back off these kickoffs. The Chronic Diaz duo looking like Stizzy and Exotic from yesterday out there.
They are way, way, way too aggressive here. And Space Station know they're going to bite. They're going to challenge. So throw the ball off the sidewall. Beat them with pace yourself. You know where the ball's going. They can dictate the game right now. Reveal. Can he find one more? He's going to fake it instead. Stizzy up top, but there's 4 goals, 90 seconds. Vitality. They don't look good at all.
Yeah, we thought earlier on there was a minute and a half. They had to bring back 3. They got 1 more to beat from the full map ball. Zen wanting to Diaz on Diaz. And of course, is unable to. The defense from Space Station Gaming still looking sensational. Exotic with a free jump opposite corner. And with 3 defenders, you are not squeezing it through.
Yeah, we pumped up Diaz and Chronic. That was a reveal flying across net, just getting the redirect, hitting it to the corner, into safety. Chronic with space. See even Zen here going for a pre-jump. They're playing some tilted Rocket League right now, Vitality. They're not looking good. The boys on Space Station have got them absolutely covered right now. 50 seconds left. Still 4 goals. Reveal wants 1 more.
Hey, where was this Space Station Gaming yesterday in the Grand Finals? This is an incredible game of Rocket League. Space Station Gaming absolutely leading the charge. Exotic gets rid of Chronic, and you know what, mate? It doesn't matter, because Diaz is still on the pitch.
Yeah, I think that there's one guy on the pitch that would like a Brazil more than anyone else. It's the Brazilian himself. 39 seconds left, 1 more required. They are making Vitality look second-rate right here, Stumpy Goblin.
I mean, game 1, Vitality did go down by quite a wide margin of goals. They scored 2 more than they have in this game. And then they managed to bring it back in a tight game 2. This is a return to form from SSG. Really extraordinary. 30 seconds, the Brazil is on! And who else to score it but Diaz?
It's party time for North America. T-Bates is just giggling next to me right now. Space Station have Team Vitality Brazil on Champ Sunday.
It's Brazil squared. And Space Station Gaming have this game squared away. 2-1 in the series. 1 more, and they move through for the honor of playing against Carmine Corp.
This is ridiculous, simply ridiculous. Vitality have lost their heads. And Space Station look like they've got 2 each. They've doubled their brains, they've doubled the IQ. They're looking fantastic. 10 seconds, maybe 1 more. As I mentioned, party time. It's not series over for sure, and we know that Vitality can come back. We know the caliber of player they have on that team. But this is looking off. This is a North American day, if I've ever seen one.
And I think earlier on, T-Base said it very well on the pre-show. Doesn't matter how you do in the days leading up to it, it depends on how you play on Championship Sunday. And Space Station Gaming are playing real game of rock here. Vitality getting absolutely shellacked, and Stizzy leaning back, thinking, what on earth do we do?
And Diaz has just scored 6 goals to his name
Double
against
hat-trick.
Vitality. He scored a double hat-trick on Zen, Exotic and Stizzy. Have a look at the score. He's nearly dropped 1K in regulation.
We've been 6 out of 6, by the way.
We've been
100%
asking
shooting
for Diaz to step up. We've been asking to see that 1v1 form. We know he's a superstar in that format, and he has arrived on the 3v3 stage.
Bonkers play from him, supported very nicely by Chronic. He got 4 assists himself. You'll see them in this game. 5 out of 6 goals assisted, then Diaz doing 1 on his own. Brilliant play. Overall, PlayStation Gaming looking nigh unbeatable, but 1 more to go. Vitality, as you said, CJ, they've fought back once. Can they do it again, as the timeout has been called?
Some teams, when you're looking in the off-season, you're looking at roster moves, you go for the experience, you go for the veterancy, whereas Space Station, they went for potential. They pick up Diaz, they know what they could get from him, and they know what he could possibly bring if he puts it together in the 3v3. Reveal, we saw glimpses last season. We know that he's one of the rising stars of North America. Chronic looks like he's just been freed up as the veteran now on his own team in his own right, and Xperia must be having so much fun working with this crop.
Oh, I can imagine. It must be so satisfying looking at your team from one day saying, this is what we need to change, let's do this, this, this. And then the next day you come out and absolutely batter Vitality out the park. It must be the days that you live for as a coach. On the other side of things, though, Vitality, that is a lot of words that need to be had with the team. It's going to be a little bit more than just let's play our game, boys, because that game right now is not working.
You can just sense so much excitement amongst the North American region, and so much excitement that all of these North American casters and talent want to join us here in the caster booth.
I promise you, I'm not on a box.
How,
and the Herb does
what
not
is
have
happening?
heels on.
How tall are you? Are you 9'1"? This is ridiculous. What is going on?
It's just, everyone's coming over and hanging out during this series that is quite frankly a belter. We move to the Coliseum. 1 more for SSG and Vitality. They need to buck their ideas up.
Well, how do you stop this? You've just been Braziled against the kids, against the confidence, the boys that, if they do get confident, look unbeatable. We know their top form is near the best form of RLCS 2026 so far. How does Vitality respond?
We've seen a couple of chances as well for Vitality where they set their teammates up. That's one that's going to be on target, but Chronic can just not work his way home. And there's been a couple of setup chances, and that third man hasn't quite come in unless it's Stizzy. On the off chance that he does, he moves a little bit too far forward on plays that he shouldn't do. It's a hard balance to get. Stizzy leaves it for Exotic, who just gives that control back, and 2 wait on the backboard. I'm sorry, fellas, you are not going to get goals from the backboard. They have got it covered.
Here's Exotic, gets 1, gets 2, finds the bump, but Reveal gets a touch. All important into the corner. And look at this, you can still see Vitality biting on challenges. They're playing Angry Rocket League, it looks at the moment. They don't want to be baited in by this Space Station Gaming team, but time and time again, they're winning out in these little mental battles.
I mean, the pressure they've got so far doesn't matter. It all comes to naught as Chronic, goal 1, manages to ground pinch it past 2.
And Exotic just passed it to him in the corner. He rolled the ball up the wall for him and said, you can have it if you want. Chronic said, thank you very much. Oh, 1v3 off the ceiling. Ground pinch bottom right. Goodness me, Space Station. They are looking better than ever, and their better has been pretty good.
And there is a good amount of pressure coming from Vitality too. It must be frustrating to not have it pay off. And it's post into post again. The crossbar was teased. It was not satisfied. Vitality, bring it back.
They needed that. If Zen couldn't find the back of the net, if they couldn't close out this opportunity, that could have been game over instead. Plenty of time. They tie it up, give themselves a look back into the series.
We've seen this before. Vitality did this in the previous game. It's a nice kickoff. Zen has ball and boost. And then Space Station and Diaz, who scored 6 more goals. So they need that not to happen again. If you're a Vitality fan, a demo from Zen gets rid of 1. Pass 2, Exotic, top corner, no contact made.
Now, let's see what happened here. I mean, Exotic just got a little bit of space to work with, and Chronic going up the back wall gets completely removed. They trusted his touch. They trusted the defense. We need to see more of that from Vitality. The problem is, previously, Stumpy, it's been their 3rd man being on the back wall looking for a bump. They need to just commit the top 2.
These demos now, they're going to be ever more important. It's Vitality. If they can make it into these 2v3s, they'll feel a lot more comfortable. Space Station feel like they're everywhere right now. At the back, Skizzy wants to threaten to make a touch, but Zen fancied it all himself. Zen was absolutely the better play there. The carry finds it towards the left-hand wall. A bump again from Zen. Physicality certainly being the story in the Colosseum.
Here is Chronic. He's actually going to leave it for Diaz. He just pops it up. Won't trouble Vitality's defense too much. Zen leaves it for Stizzy. It's now Chronic. Dodges the bump. Gets it over the top of Zen. Finds a touch backwards. The extra is huge for Exotic. The demo will help out as well. Vitality will pay a bit of roundabout defense at the moment. Up one end, down the other. Oh, maybe a touch. No. Stands right there. Exotic off the wall. Just manages to find his way up.
And there's been 4 games so far, and Space Station Gaming have doubled the amount of goals that Vitality do. It is 7 for Vitality and 14 for SSG.
Now, we have seen this before, though. We have seen Space Station put in 2 of the most dominant games against Vitality at EWC and then lose the series, even though they scored 100 more goals than them. So, if you're a Space Station fan, you want to see a repeat. That was open. How did Zen not realise? Oh, yeah, he looked so open. It looked like it was missing. There's still a chance, perhaps, not to be. Diaz walks his way out, and Chronic's finding a bar with the reset. He's got over the top of Zen. It's off the backboard. Nobody's there!
Should have been 3-1. Zen did not anticipate the miss. He was 1 car length away from getting that convincing lead, and Diaz shuts down Exotic, sends him groundward, and Reveal can follow up.
We were watching that. We looked at each other at Zen, because he's not got that off the backboard, but seemed like the only person that didn't realise was Zen. And we've got to get another pause here. Controller's down.
I'm confident that one won't count, but we're going to have to see what the admins have to say about it. Space Station Gaming, they did down controllers before they even started that kickoff, realistically. Vitality, they had that chance. This is now, I think, to be honest, a bit of a horrible time for a pause to come in, because you're thinking, you've now got time to mull over it, and you think, ooh,
yeah,
that miss did happen. I really should have scored that. I thought that backboard miss was coming. I thought Zen's in a great position, and he just moves past it.
Yeah, well, and if I'm Vitality, I'm not thinking about that. I'm still thinking about the fact that I just got Braziled, and Diaz just scored 6 goals on my head in a game of Rocket League. So hang on a second, we got the beef.
Hello.
We got the beef doing a push-ups record or something in behind. Everything's happening in the studio land. That's what we love here in Copenhagen Live. Flying out 12 teams, getting some creators as well.
Shout out the creators, by the way. They've been at those stations the entire time. They just sit there, they chill, they hang out, their streams are popping off. Big shout out to Tryhouse, Coconut, and Big Man Chief Beef.
Killing the game. So let's see if can we get Beef back on the screen and just keep making him do push-ups?
Oh, that'd be nice.
Like the squat man. Can we get the push-up man?
God, push-ups are so much harder.
Yeah, well, that'd be funny. It's not us, so we can tell him to do it. But getting back into this one,
we are the men on the mics.
we can just say whatever we want. Well, actually, not whatever we want.
No.
This would be a very short weekend if we did. But we've got a couple of minutes left when we do reset into this game, and obviously, the goal that we did see right at the end will not count, given
rightfully
that nobody was playing, and they decided to just score it anyway. So it is 2-2. We'll be rolling back to 150. And as you said, there was a little mini timeout for Vitality, but it's whether they're using it as a positive or they're still mulling over missed opportunities and the fact that this series isn't going the way that they'd really hoped.
This is quite interesting that Space Station come into game 1, thrash them. You know, they end up scoring 5 goals. Game 2, Vitality squeak a win, 2-1. Next game, they get Brazil. 7 goals that sneak past Vitality.
I feel like that came out of nowhere, that one.
And now all of a sudden, we're just back to another even game. It's one of those weird series where it's like, oh yeah, obviously Space Station will win. Well, yeah, okay, obviously they'll win.
Well, and it's only Reveal who is a member of Space Station from last season, but there's something about this Space Station team or the name or the organisation that these kind of funny series happen, and they do tend to happen against Team Vitality as well.
Quite an extended break here. Make sure that, as ever, they're all happy. In the SSG, they need to take these positives and they need to keep playing this style of game where they almost lure Vitality in, let them jump on the ball, take those 50s, and then score the openness down the other end, because they are tilting to concede. We head back into game. Vitality 2, Space Station 2, 1 minute 50 to play. SSG on the cusp of a semi-final.
The best of 5 could absolutely be working in Space Station's favour. Vitality needs to get to work. No second chances off the kickoff, off the rim. Almost, if that was in, Exotic decided to set up camp in there to set it to 1v2, a 2v1. The bump lands, but Exotic's missed the shot, and the follow-up is just wedged off the bar. Vitality getting chances, squandering all of them.
I'm sorry? I don't know why Exotic doesn't just hit that on target. That's a goal. Zen's bumping. Just go on target. That's a tilter. Zen now wants to do it all himself. That's straight down. Who's Zen next? Chronic on the backboard, as I've said, the man to be there. Diaz dives in front of net. The defense from SSG stays
Beautiful
solid.
save. Look at this on the counter-attack. Reveal as a reset. He just baits Exotic in. Zen has 0 boost. They're still in hundreds. Space Station with a chance to capitalise, perhaps. Look at the low boost coming in. They're trying to play slow. It was only Stizzy with boost, and he got demoed. It's now Chronic looking to control in the corner. Vitality keeping up this aggression. It hasn't quite worked so far, but they think it will eventually.
Yeah, wanted the second touch there, did Zen. Wasn't able to get it. In the middle, Stizzy committing, not quite as far as maybe he wanted to. Attempted a skim on target. 40 seconds now, ticking down, revealing to his own back corner. A bump, a chance, a fake. Zen leaves it for Stizzy, who is not present.
There's just no communication. He could have gone for the shot himself, would have been tougher, but it is Zen after all. Was low boost, but Stizzy, for the first time this whole series, Stumpy, wasn't in Space Station Gaming's net. Wasn't crept up, wasn't pushed up. Still a chance, still perhaps a shot. Reveal throws himself at it. Diaz right there. Reveal actually gets 2. Space Station hanging on, but it's only by a thread for now.
SSG completely shutting down every chance Vitality find. Chronic with one chance central, goes up high for Diaz. In the back corner, Sizz now needs to time waste. And he wants to keep it up, he does. He's got ambitions, and Chronic shuts them down. Overtime. SSG, one more goal, and a date with KC is on the cards.
This could completely break Vitality. There's the shot. Diaz will be back. He looks calmer than perhaps I was in that situation. Throws it across. Zen is leaning. He goes back corner, but he doesn't have the support right now. There's the shot, double save, huge 50 coming through from Stizzy. They don't look comfortable at all, no. Vitality. They don't look like the experienced team that we should see, and they're all over each other.
They don't look comfortable on defense, they don't look comfortable on offense, they barely look comfortable in their chairs. SSG, this is their chance to strike. Do not let Vitality back into this series.
Here's Chronic, leaves it for Diaz. The 6-goal man, the double hat-trick man from Game 3. Reveal now on the ball. Can he get 2? 50 with Zen. Stizzy underneath the slow play. Actually works. He dodges the bump. Can he get 2 on it? He goes to the reset, throws it on. Not to be in a huge save. Chronic just keeps it out. Pops off the post. Allows Diaz to clear downfield.
Stizzy's going to be the man. Rather Exotic, in fact, is going to be taking the time to clear that ball away, only as far as Reveal. Exotic nearly bumped out the way, Zen with a lot of boost in, and Diaz misses. If he can get it on target, the bomb is successful! And somehow, so is the save! And then Diaz, full court, gets shut down by Exotic. Reveal's chance, bottom corner, Exotic again!
He's nearly soloed, just completely defense to offense. Here he is again, Diaz. Not even to the crossbar. Stizzy has to jump, has to get the touch, goes to get himself.
Solo.
Counter-attack, reset, blocked out, reinforcement, Space Station. It is pandemonium on Utopia.
Zen calls Exotic off, then misses it himself. Ends up going high, tries to do something with this ball. Finally, Vitality have some pressure. Exotic challenging, Chronic has nothing, so another player ends up diving in, Reveal a pinch. Zen one to beat. He doesn't manage to do so. Stizzy doesn't manage to do anything with it either. Vitality, they continue to be uncomfortable. No one's there until Zen.
Stizzy and Exotic just cannot hit the ball. Zen to the corner. He's got no boost. It's Chronic with 30 himself. Post!
There it is!
3-1 SSG! It's a drubbing!
Finally, SSG show their ceiling. They show what they're capable of. And Vitality, they do not look comfortable in any aspect of that game. And SSG take full advantage.
Our first chance to get a real look at this new Vitality lineup. Stizzy in. Bye.